bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Sooners send out the punt unit. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are... players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Leaves it with the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Harris back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They're going to run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Makes the grab over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Sooners head it quickly to the line. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After that last completion, it's second down. Harris will throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Here's the handoff. At the 45, on his way. The expressway is wide open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it, and first down obviously is the right down to do it, but now limits the options a little bit more.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
Third and goal coming up here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll immediately call timeout. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up-tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Gets rid of it. He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
He's looking to throw it. Complete.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Harris back to pass. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for him. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the unthinkable just happened. Through the offense, you're trailing in this game late in the first half. You're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to put some points on the board, but you can't turn the ball over. And now all of a sudden, they've given it back.
Pulls it in on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got loose, it was all over. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Hold on just a second. They flag down. Let's see what's up with that. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Harris will throw. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
Number 13 sets a kickoff.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Third down play from the gun. Lets it fly. It's complete. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Sooners. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Harris back to pass. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Kentucky! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the missed connection, it's second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's caught. And he delivers a blow, and he's still running. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll run play action. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Puts it right on him. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Harris will throw. Makes his connection. Tackle is made after the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. He's going for it all. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Paulson.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Quick strike complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooners! Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback extends the play. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. 1st down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Complete downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lamb. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 21 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They're bringing heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
1st down here for the offense. Harris back to pass. Trying to get to him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to to have to hold the ball.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.